In the heart of Washington, D.C., under a sky full of pink balloons, Lionel Messi was the guest of honor at the MLS All-Star Game. But for the first half, it was D.C. United who played like they were the VIPs. From kickoff, Inter Miami showed their intent. Busquets and Jordi Alba, Messi's old Barcelona brothers, were in sync, pinging passes and feeding the attack. Every time Messi touched the ball, you could feel defenders tense up. But D.C. United weren't scared. They pressed high, hit on the counter, and in the 15th minute, Benteke forced Callender into a fingertip save that kept Miami level. The visitors looked sharp, organized, and hungry to spoil the party. Then, in the 23rd minute, came the moment. Busquets lofted a pinpoint pass over the top. Messi, timing his run perfectly, controlled with his chest and with the calmness only he possesses, slid the ball into the net. One chance, one goal, pure Messi. The stadium erupted. Pink smoke filled the air, chants of "Messi, Messi" rattled the ground, and suddenly the balance shifted. DC had been competitive, but against Messi, sometimes it doesn't matter. You could see the shift in momentum. DC still dangerous on the break, but Miami now had the swagger of a team that knew it had a 1-0 lead. Messi almost added a second just before halftime, but his free kick was tipped over by the DC keeper. It wasn't a spectacular free kick, not one of those scream-of-free kicks we've seen from him. It was a hard, low drive that would have been difficult for any keeper to save. And DC survived the half with a 1-0 deficit, a deficit they thoroughly deserved. They started the second half brightly, but as the game opened up, Miami began to flex their attacking muscles. In the 56th minute, a DC defender handled the ball inside the area, and the referee pointed to the spot. Up stepped Messi. This was a different free kick, a panenka, a chip. Would he go for it? The keeper went left, Messi went right, and the ball nestled into the back of the net. No, that was not a panenka. That was Messi deciding that when you have a 2-0 lead, you can afford to flex a little. DC United heads dropped. Miami players mobbed Messi, and if you're thinking this is getting boring, this is where the game took a turn. Because in the 64th minute, DC pulled one back. Taxi Fountas got on the end of a cross and planted a header past Callender. The momentum swing was complete. DC were now pushing hard, Miami were sitting back, and suddenly the tension ratcheted up. DC almost got their second goal, but a goal line clearance off the head of De Theologie denied them. In the final minutes, DC threw everything they could at Inter Miami, but the Herons held on. They had weathered the storm, and as the final whistle blew, they had the points. So that's it. A first-half masterclass from Messi. 2 goals that sealed the win for Inter Miami. He might be in the twilight of his career, but that killer instinct, that moment magic, it's all still there. As for DC United, credit to them. They fought hard, they pressed high, they created chances. But sometimes, and this is what DC will rue when you play against teams featuring Lionel Messi, you can press high and create chances, but you can't afford to concede 2 goals, especially not early on. That's the lesson from this game. And remember that feeling when Messi scored his first goal, that stunned silence followed by the eruption? If you want more moments like that, you know where to find it. Stay tuned for more.